Be little clips like you see how like man him was talking and then somebody else talked like in his crew. That's what get me up. Like that's what make me like I always want to prove to someone.
Time is running out, but it might be moving even faster for Lamont Roach. He's gearing up to face an undefeated powerhouse with 28 knockouts, a fighter widely recognized as the face of boxing and someone who has already defeated him twice. As if the mental pressure of stepping into the ring with Tank wasn't enough, Tank has been keeping the heat on with his sharp and direct warnings.
Now, I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother. Now watch this. Now watch.
Lamont Roach may claim he's unfazed and confident in his skills, but deep down, he knows there's a real chance he could become Tank's 29th knockout. And if there was any doubt, Tank made sure to remind him once again during their recent press conference.
Say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down in a night?
While some boxing fans might not see this fight as a major event, plenty of insiders believe Roach is the right opponent to truly test Davis. Known as the Reaper, Roach has built a reputation for surprising opponents with his power and skill, something even Tank has acknowledged. There's even talk that Roach could pull off a massive upset. If that happens, a big if, it would shake up the boxing world, boost Roach's career, and cast a shadow over what could be the final chapter of Davis's legacy.
And all that people talk about the fight, I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs get in the ring together.
This fight hasn't come together without its challenges. Multiple delays tested fans' patience and even sparked rumors that it might never happen. At one point, Davis himself announced the fight was canceled, leaving boxing fans worldwide disappointed. But now, everything is back on track, and both fighters are locked in, training hard and fine-tuning their strategies for what's shaping up to be one of the year's most anticipated matchups. Still, even with the fight officially set, Davis couldn't resist adding some drama. He recently posted a cryptic message on X that left fans both concerned and puzzled.
Little big bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight, but how do you see that playing out?
I see my brother walking out victorious. No, there's no doubt. Not because that's my brother, but because I seen him.
Davis's post on X simply read, "Fighting for my life." Those 4 words instantly grabbed the attention of his millions of followers, sparking a wave of speculation. What did he mean? Was he hinting at a personal struggle, possibly related to his mental health? Or was he talking about the grueling intensity of his training camp and the importance of this fight? The mystery had fans searching for answers. During the recent press conference, Davis gave some insight into what he's been going through. He admitted that the demands of boxing have started to take a toll on his mental well-being. "Boxing's been my life, but it's weighing heavy on me now. I'm thinking more about my family than the ring these days," he shared. For years, Davis has been seen as one of the toughest fighters in the sport, but even the strongest champions have their breaking points. His honesty resonated with many fans who understand the immense pressure that comes with staying at the top.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
After Davis's cryptic post, his social media was flooded with messages from concerned fans. One follower summed up the general unease, commenting, "That sounds scary." Others tried to lift his spirits, with one writing, "Keep fighting, champ." Support like this has become common whenever Davis opens up about personal struggles. Over the years, his fans have been by his side through the highs and lows, and once again, they're rallying behind him. Another fan echoed the thoughts of many, commenting, "Damn, that's cryptic." The vague nature of Davis's message left plenty of room for interpretation, leading fans to wonder what he truly meant. Was he hinting that something was wrong? Or was it simply a sign of his relentless determination for the fight? Whatever the case, his words left fans uneasy and eager for more clarity. One follower, showing genuine concern, wrote, "Stay safe, champ," followed by another message of encouragement. "Keep going."
Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter.
Despite all the speculation, Davis didn't leave things in doubt for long. Shortly after his cryptic post, he shared a brief update. For weeks away, this straightforward message signaled that Davis is fully focused on the upcoming fight. Whatever mental or emotional challenges he's facing, he seems ready to channel that energy into his performance. This fight holds extra weight as Davis has already announced that 2025 will be his final year in the sport. That means every match from now on is part of his farewell tour. Fans are hoping he'll go out on a high note, and Davis appears determined to solidify his legacy among the sport's greats. This could be one of his final opportunities to prove himself, and he's gearing up to give it his all.
Fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
The tension between Davis and Lamont Roach reached a breaking point during the press conference as the two fighters exchanged verbal jabs. Suddenly, Davis erupted with a fierce warning directed at Roach, shouting, "I will tear you apart." It was clear he wasn't taking this fight lightly. But this wasn't just trash talk, it was a declaration of war. Roach, however, wasn't intimidated. "You've been running scared for months now. It's time to back those words up." He fired back with equal intensity. The exchange highlighted how personal this fight has become. Davis, known for his fiery temper, is clearly feeling the pressure, but Roach is determined to prove he's not just another name on Davis's resume.
His ass
can't
for
do
y'all talking.
shit, boy.
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was
All that
quiet,
ski
y'all was-
mask and
if
all
y'all was
that.
loud,
They got the
y'all
whole
was
hood
fucking
over there.
talking about-
Like,
The press conference wrapped up without any physical altercations, but the verbal exchange left a powerful mark. Fans and analysts are more excited than ever to see how this fight will unfold. Will Davis's anger fuel a dominant performance, or will Roach use that emotion against him? The mental game is just as crucial as the physical one, and both fighters are playing it masterfully. Over the years, Davis has built a loyal fan base that has supported him through thick and thin. They've seen him rise to fame with knockout victories and face personal challenges outside the ring. This latest chapter in Davis's story is just another part of his journey, and his fans are ready to back him every step of the way.
Has been able to solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We got a game plan. We're going to execute it, and we're going to get the results.
move that head, bob and weave.
One fan, confident in Davis's ability to overcome any challenge, wrote, "Tank's been through worse. He'll come out of this stronger." Another fan added, "This fight's going to be special. You can see it in his eyes." These comments highlight the deep bond Davis shares with his fans. They don't just see him as a boxer, but as a true fighter. With less than 4 weeks until fight night, anticipation for the bout is building. Set for March 1st at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, both fighters are turning up the intensity. Training videos and bold statements are only adding fuel to the fire. However, despite all the hype, not everyone is convinced this fight will give fans what they truly want. Could this be just another match to keep Davis busy, rather than one that truly pushes him to his limits?
Hey, Penny, see who it is. Hey, who is the dude? Who is the dude?
And that right there is
Lamont Roach Jr. recently made waves with his bold prediction of an upset after Premier Boxing Champions posted a promotional clip of Davis on Instagram. Roach reshared it with the caption, "Upset Alert," sparking debate within the boxing community. Roach's record stands at an impressive 25-1 with 10 knockouts, earning him respect in the super featherweight division. However, he has yet to face an opponent of Davis's caliber. Roach's TKO victory over Fal MCC showed his dominance, but facing Davis at lightweight presents an entirely new challenge. Many fans view Davis as a knockout machine, with his most recent win coming via an 8th-round stoppage of Frank Martin in June. Davis's knockout power has been relentless for over a decade, and few fighters have lasted the full distance against him. Despite the odds, Roach remains undeterred. His confidence has raised questions about whether he knows something the rest of the world doesn't. Could his team have spotted a weakness in Davis's style or conditioning, or is Roach simply trying to get inside Davis's head? A recent training clip of Davis surfaced online, showing him working on his hand speed with trainer Patrice Boo Harris. The video quickly went viral, but reactions were mixed. Some fans praised Davis's rapid uppercuts and intensity, while others were less impressed. Critics pointed out that Davis seemed slower than usual, with some even suggesting that Shakur Stevenson would easily outmatch him in a speed contest.
Would you be content if you won this and that's your last fight? Or nah, still some more heads you gotta put on the wall?
Yeah, definitely some more heads to put on the wall for sure. But
there was also significant backlash against the fight itself, with many fans questioning why Davis was facing Roach instead of bigger names like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or Vasyl Lomachenko. One vocal fan commented, "This isn't the fight we wanted. Tank should be challenging himself, not taking easy fights." A key factor in this matchup is the weight difference. Davis is a natural lightweight, while Roach competes in the super featherweight division. Moving up in weight could put Roach at a disadvantage, as Davis is known for his power and ability to take punches. However, Roach's speed and agility might help neutralize Davis's strengths. If Roach can avoid Davis's power shots and control the pace of the fight, an upset might not be as far-fetched as it seems.
Gonna be a party
And
on
I'm
your
gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the
Thank everybody that played a part in it. My team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas.
on my kids, he was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was shaking. How you gonna say it's cap? And it gotta be. You gonna say it's cap? I'm watching it. Gotta be.
Davis has always faced criticism, but the pressure is growing for him to take on tougher opponents. Fans are eager to see him in high-profile matchups against fighters like Stevenson, Haney, or Keyshawn Davis. Anything less feels like a missed opportunity. With Davis in his prime, every fight matters, and fans are becoming frustrated with bouts that seem more like fillers than real challenges. That said, it's possible Davis's team is playing the long game by keeping him active with fights like this, possibly protecting his longevity in the sport. However, boxing is about legacy as much as victories, and Davis's legacy won't truly be sealed until he faces the best of the best.
No Lamont Roach, but, when you look at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, these other fights that he should really be fighting, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and, but don't come and come at me and go, oh yeah.
For Lamont Roach Jr., this fight is a chance of a lifetime. A win over Gervonta Davis would elevate him to superstardom and open the door to bigger paydays and title shots. Roach's confidence and strong boxing fundamentals make him a dangerous opponent. If he can survive Davis's early aggression and push the fight into the later rounds, anything could happen. Kenny Ellis, Davis's coach, has fully backed the decision to face Lamont Roach Jr. in the WBA lightweight title defense. However, Ellis has faced backlash for supporting this matchup, with many fans criticizing it as another example of Davis avoiding high-risk fights. While Ellis praised Roach's skill and pedigree, some fans remain unconvinced, seeing the fight as just another safe and uninspired choice. One of Ellis's main points is Roach's impressive amateur pedigree. According to Ellis, Roach is a 7-time national champion, which looks great on paper. However, that success hasn't fully carried over to the professional level. Roach's record is respectable, but not extraordinary. His loss to Jamal Herring a few years ago and a close win over Hector Luis Garcia, who Tank knocked out easily, have raised doubts about Roach's ability to compete at Tank's level. Critics argue that Ellis might be overhyping Roach's reputation, making the fight seem more competitive than it really is.
They start talking, when the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all give them I'ma beat his ass.
He can't
y'all
do
talk.
shit.
For
I don't
real.
give a-
Y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all.
Fans aren't just frustrated with the choice of Roach. They're tired of seeing a pattern in Tank's career. He's often been accused of fighting opponents who are either smaller, less powerful, or just not on his level. Critics argue that Tank should be facing top-tier lightweights like Andy Cruz, Raymond Moraga, William Zepeda, Edwin de Los Santos, Floyd Schofield, and Keyshawn Davis, many of whom have called him out or shown interest in a fight. Ellis, however, insists Tank isn't avoiding anyone, claiming other fighters either price themselves out or turn him down. Still, fans aren't convinced. After all, Tank is a superstar, and there's no shortage of boxers eager to step into the ring with him.
I'ma beat his ass if y'all talking. For real. So y'all better be quiet. I don't give a fuck if y'all.
Ellis's comments about the sparring history between Tank and Roach have raised some eyebrows. He mentioned that the two faced off several times as amateurs, with Tank coming out on top. Ellis downplayed the significance of these sparring sessions, arguing that many of Tank's past opponents claimed to have beaten him in sparring, only to lose decisively on fight night. However, bringing up these old sparring stories does little to generate excitement for this matchup. In fact, it could reinforce the perception that Tank's team is prioritizing familiarity and safety over real challenges. Ellis also touched on Tank's mindset heading into the fight, stating that Tank simply loves to fight and doesn't care whether he faces marquee names or lesser-known opponents.
What?
Who said that? You said
My
what?
man over
You
there
said
said
what?
bet.
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back?
Ellis appeared indifferent when discussing potential fights against Shakur Stevenson or Vasyl Lomachenko, stating that if those fighters choose to face Tank one day, they can, but if not, life goes on. This casual attitude has frustrated fans who want to see Tank engage in legacy-defining bouts. Ellis's comments suggest that they are more focused on keeping Tank active rather than pushing him toward greatness. Some fans and analysts believe Kenny Ellis is simply trying to sell a fight that not many are excited about. If Ellis were more honest about the fan backlash, it might show that they are aware of the criticism. Instead, he's leaning heavily on Roach's amateur accolades and making excuses about other fighters not being available. To some, this comes off more as damage control than genuine confidence in the matchup.
Would you consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends? Probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
True.
One of the most debated points is Ellis's claim that Tank isn't responsible for the lack of high-quality opponents. Ellis has emphasized that Tank's team made efforts to secure bigger fights, but couldn't make them happen due to the high demands from potential opponents. However, many boxing insiders and fans are questioning how true this claim really is. Rising stars like Andy Cruz and Keyshawn Davis would likely jump at the chance to fight Tank, and fighters like Raymond Moraga and William Zepeda have been putting together impressive runs. The fact that none of these names are on the table raises the suspicion. Is Tank's team deliberately choosing less challenging opponents?
Here's my take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this. Shakur.
Fans are eager to see Tank face the best. It's as simple as that. His undeniable talent and knockout power are clear, but his resume is often criticized for lacking major victories over elite opponents. A fight against someone like Shakur Stevenson or Vasyl Lomachenko could pose a real challenge and elevate Tank's career to new heights. However, as long as matchups like the one with Lamont Roach Jr. continue to surface, fans will be left questioning whether Tank is avoiding tougher competition. Ultimately, Kenny Ellis's defense of this fight hasn't done much to shift public perception. While he may genuinely believe in Roach's abilities, the matchup feels underwhelming compared to what fans were hoping for.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's going to go. Tank going to be losing the first 3 rounds. Then he's going to download the data. Then he going to knock this dude out in round 7 or 8. Then he going to do the backflip. Then Jim Gray's going to get in the ring, or Caleb Plant's Hawaii, and say, who do you want next? And Tank's going to say, I want all those guys. And they're going to go to the press conference, and Elliot Setback's going to say, who do you want next? He said,
Ellis's comments about opponents pricing themselves out or turning Tank down may contain some truth, but they also come off as excuses. Tank is a star with the ability to draw huge pay-per-view audiences, and there's no shortage of fighters eager for a shot at him. Fans will continue demanding more, and if matchups like this keep happening, Tank's legacy could take a hit. Ellis's role is to protect and promote his fighter, but in doing so, he may be unintentionally highlighting what fans are upset about: the lack of risk, marquee matchups, and the ongoing pursuit of easier fights. If Tank Davis truly wants to silence his critics and cement his place as one of the best, he'll need to take on the fights fans actually want to see. Until then, comments like Ellis's will only fuel the narrative that Tank is playing it safe. That said, boxing is unpredictable. Roach has the skills to make this fight more competitive than people expect, and if Davis comes in underprepared or overconfident, an upset could be on the horizon. Whether this fight ends up being a showcase for Davis or the start of a new chapter for Roach, one thing is certain: March 1st will be a night to remember. What do you think? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.